Hello and welcome to the Steve Kayla Show. Before we start, I just want to say thank you to our sponsors, Graham's Windows and Doors at grahamswindowsanddoors.co.uk, Yeovil's finest purveyor of windows, doors and conservatories. James and Sherelle, thank you so much for sponsoring us. We really appreciate it. That's grahamswindowsanddoors.co.uk. Now, on with the show. Hi everyone. Hello and welcome to the Steve Kaylis Show. I'm Steve Kaylis. I'm joined once again by honorary co-host at this point, Oli Downton. Oli, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good, thank you.
Yeah, it's good to have you back in the studio, mate.
Thank you.
And we're joined also by OG host, Kevin Harris. Kevin, how you doing, bud? You okay?
Never good when you're referred to as an OG.
We are the OG. If you think about like the podcasting in general, pod fade is a real thing where a podcast lasts about 20 minutes or, you know, a few months and they disappear. Mm-hmm. In the podcasting field, you and I have been doing this for much longer than the majority of the people who do it professionally. We've just been in it for
and we've never sounded so good.
And now now we've got the microphones.
Thanks to Graham's Windows and Doors.
Thank you,
and yourself.
Yeah. Thank you, James and Sherelle. Really appreciate it. We're gonna have a short episode, just a short catch up, because I want to just talk to my friends here and find out if we've learned anything this week. So, Ollie, what have you learned this week?
I have started to learn how to drive a car at work.
Oh, that's a good thing. Yeah, look at that. I pulled out the bag, didn't he? So you've started to learn how to drive a car at work?
Me and my manager were out on last week and she was letting me do all the gears.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was quite a laugh.
What is the, if you don't mind me asking, what is the, with Williams syndrome?
Yeah.
I mean, could you drive a car if you wanted to, or is it that you're not allowed to do it?
No.
Yeah.
Could you do it and not tell them?
I have tried. No, it's because, like, our concentration span sometimes isn't the best. So
they let him drive a car. I bet his is worse. Yeah.
But like sometimes I'll be in the car with mum or somebody and they'll be like, would you ever think of driving? And I'm like, just talking away, and then suddenly I'll be like, oh, look at this,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, honestly, that's the reason. I've never got my driver's license, and I'm often lambasted for it, but for many of the same reasons.
I shouldn't worry about it, because everyone who drives does that all the time. The worst one is when you've been driving for about half an hour and you look up and go, oh. And you have no idea how you've just got where you've got.
Yeah.
Well, you're where you needed to be, but the very long journey that you despise is gone, and you're like,
oh Lord.
Oh
dear.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
safe.
Yeah.
How did you feel? Did you enjoy doing it?
Yeah, it was fun. It was
cool.
Yeah.
So tell me about you. We came to see you on Saturday.
Yes.
At a sort of, what was it, like an open day?
Yeah, open day.
Yeah, an open day for the Shire where you work. And you were there with your band performing and playing the drums. How did it go, mate? Because I watched you and you were
went
excellent.
Really well. I mean, it's kind of always nerve-wracking before, because that's our third gig together. We started the band last year, and then we gigged once last year at the open day last time, and then we did it again this year, and then we played a wedding a few weeks ago as well. So.
Right, yeah. So how are you getting on as a band? Are you gelling?
Yeah, we're doing...
Found your sound?
Yeah, we have. We're finally we're getting there. I mean, it's just amazing to be part of a band finally after so many years of waiting, and it feels good.
Yeah, good. And you were tearing it up as well. You're a fucking animal on a sticks, baby. I watched you go.
I cut my finger in the end.
Oh, did you?
We were playing this song and I hit the cymbal, and everyone just stopped and went, your finger's bleeding, by the way. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Cut 5 gloves and all sorts now.
No, it was good.
Excellent.
It was really
well done,
good.
mate.
Yeah.
Talking of wounds, my toe is still infected from the last walk I did. When was that? That was weeks ago.
I'm very happy, though, because that stopped you randomly messaging saying, oh, I'm walking butt naked through some weird field somewhere for the next 30 hours. Does this look bad when there's like some sort of weird, horrific wound on you?
Yes, I have had a tough time.
But that should have healed.
It's like it keeps getting reinfected. It's not proper ever going away. Last night I woke
just
up.
A blister?
Yeah, it does blister. But last night I woke up with the worst possible. Well, that's what I tried last night, but half asleep. About 3 a.m. I woke up with the worst itching you've ever felt on a toe. It made me want to scream as loud as itchy was. And so I was clawing at this thing like a feral beast, and I've worn my toe down to the
heal.
Yeah, it's trying its best, but I'm not going to let it. Oh no, I'm not going to let it. And it's just agony. So we're all wounded today.
Yeah.
Look at us. Kevin Harris, OG Kevin Harris.
I have actually learned something.
Go ahead.
It was one of my sleep things. So in the 70s, during the Cold War, Russia developed the intercontinental ballistic missile. America went, oh shit, because their only solution at the time was B-52s. So strike versus response time was somewhat skewed for the Russians.
Gotcha.
So they were like, well, sod you, we'll do this the American way. To bridge the gap between us building our own, they did what they call Operation Chrome Dome, where they drew out lines around the world, strategic points, and then these B-52s went up there, armed with nukes, and they stayed up there. And they fly for like 24-hour, 48-hour stints at a time. Wow. So there was always instantly a response. And in the, I want to say, mid to late 70s, they may have, because they're obviously refuel, whilst going. And I've always thought that looks particularly dodgy, because you are guiding at the end of something that's moving at 300 mile an hour.
Oh,
have you ever seen a refueling?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It looks
so obviously
horrible.
the old way was a solid rod into the top of the B-52.
Sure.
You can see how that would go wrong. Apparently it did go wrong.
Yeah.
And 4 nukes ended up on, I can't remember what the place in Spain's called.
They ended up on a place in Spain?
Yes, they ended up on a place in Spain.
That's terrifying.
Whoa. Yes, it is 4 of them. None of them actually, obviously because it's very hard to actually make a nuclear bomb go nuclear.
Yeah.
But one of them definitely exploded in a, there's no casing, there's nothing left.
Yeah.
And quite a lot of stuff that shouldn't be outside of a nuclear bomb
Lord.
around. One went in the sea. They were dotted. Like they did not land close to each other at all.
No.
And the Americans are still kind of responsible, I believe, for the cleanup.
Right.
And they're supposed to be paying for the medical, because this is standard 70s, so they just sent the lads out to clean up.
Well, stick your shorts on.
Yeah,
in a vest.
there's pictures of them wheeling along in their civvies.
Yeah.
Of course, it's boiling, so they're in a T-shirt with this wrapped round, just like wheeling it all about.
Yeah.
They're all dead now, obviously,
and
didn't collect a veterans check because the American army were like, forget about them.
Yeah, of course. Do you know about nuclear weapons? Do you know a lot about nuclear weapons?
I've learned a bit.
So they're essentially they're the most destructive man-made force on Earth, and it's the chemicals, the stuff that makes up the nuclear bomb and helps it to go. The fission element of it is so explosive. You can't get it's radiation.
Couldn't it wipe out the whole world in like seconds?
No, enough of them can. But say an average nuclear bomb, say London, for example. That's the sort of scale, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the problem is then the nuclear fallout, the cloud and the poisons that come afterwards. That's what spills across the globe. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Did
they're
you
very dangerous.
see the American lady? Just to show you how completely mental they are. When she was, I can't remember, she's like Secretary of State or some nonsense position in America, and they said, well, if North Korea were to launch a nuke, we'd launch 82 of them.
Whoa.
Like,
ooh, really?
And the chap says 82. That's a very specific number. How many did it take to destroy, say, North Korea? She was like 82. I was like, and they've got a giant orange man and a dodgy old fella, both competing for the right to push the button for both of them.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
So that's the dangerous thing about them. So the last sort of reconstruction I've seen, or like the model of what would happen, is like essentially an average size nuclear bomb would wipe out London, but it's not the initial blast. Do you know what they say?
It's better to die in that, isn't it?
Yeah,
than be
but it's because essentially you'll be burned alive by the fire that spills out of it. Then because it essentially gets the heat of somewhere near the core of the sun, torches everything around it. It sets fire to the air,
smoke everywhere.
It sets fire to the very oxygen around you. So terrifying thing. Very dark turn, but a very terrifying thing.
Yeah.
So don't play with nuclear bombs. I guess.
No.
You also know that the invention of the hydrogen bomb was an accident.
Ah.
Was it?
Yes, the Bikini Atoll.
Mm-hmm.
Where they had planned you have to watch the video because I do not understand it. But they were like, there's 7 atoms. Don't worry about the 8th one. It's irrelevant in this. This is what's going to happen. It turns out that when 3, 5, and 7 did their thing together, 8 became very, very apparent. And the Bikini Atoll bomb was something like 100 times bigger than they planned on it being.
Oh boy.
That's why there's not any people there anymore, because the Americans had to pay to remove all the islanders.
Oh dear.
And there's a big concrete rotting now dome over the original.
Right, I see.
Another one of like the what do you call it, the Chernobyl where they built the tomb over it, and they've now replaced it. Well, there's a concrete version of that in.
Oh,
wow.
That's very interesting.
Indonesian
You
island.
did learn something this week. Good work.
I learned that ages ago. But we were on that one, and I was just like, ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I would take that. It's very good. Very, very good.
That's another one for you to go down.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I've dipped in and out of nuclear war, nuclear bombs, and the history and stuff, and the weird way they store it in the desert and stuff, and it all seems a little bit sort of.
I always hoped we'd get
wise.
to Starship Troopers. We load a nuke in a.
Shoot at some aliens. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Teeny tiny nukes.
Yeah, that's it. Ollie, what else have you been up to this week, mate?
I've been working on the farm.
What else have you? What happens on the farm? What's your favourite part of working on the farm? And what could you teach us about farming?
Is it animal farms or plant farms?
Animal.
Oh,
So,
cool.
And we don't know anything about animal farming. So what can you teach us about? Say, what sort of animals do they have there?
so they got horses, chickens, ducks.
Is that the horse that we saw? That was up there the other day. Yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
beautiful, bloody great thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What can you teach us about the horse? What's it like? What's it like to spend time with?
It's alright. I'm a bit scared of it, but
So am I.
I was.
Nothing that big should be that dumb.
No.
It's big. It's beautiful. It has an enormous penis and would kill you in a single
Yes.
kick.
Just because it saw a fly.
Yeah,
You get
that's right.
stamped.
Yeah. My son Misha was annoyed at me because I was going. Leo was going, look at that horse. I was going, look at its chopper. Jesus.
No.
Look at that thing. So, so what can you teach about the horse? Do you spend a lot of time around it, or are you getting more confident?
I'm getting more confident around it. It's like I go out every day and walk out to go see it, and it's really funny because we were out with it the other day, and my manager goes, "I'll rub its back and something will happen," and so it did.
I said the same thing to Misha.
Red Rocket.
It gave me a back massage.
What? Give you a back
Yeah,
massage?
his head was going like.
Oh, no
Yeah,
way.
yeah, it's
That's
really
wicked.
weird.
So
Yeah.
what else did you say is on there? There's an enormous turtle lives there. Is that still there?
No,
It's
not.
gone.
Yeah.
A turtle?
Yeah, I've got a picture of a huge, great
It was
tortoise.
cool.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
Yeah, sorry. Huge, great tortoise that lives there. And there's a big, beautiful thing.
Yeah, it was called Maluku.
Maluku, yeah.
Passed away this year or last
How
year.
old was it? Because they can live for hundreds
Yeah.
of
I
years, can't they?
don't know. I don't know. All I remember is going into work one day and then everyone's like, "It's gone."
That's sad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. So what else have you got there? Goats?
Yep. Goats.
How are you with the goat? What can you
Goats are
teach us about
dicks.
goats?
They get very protective over their little ones.
Yeah, goats are dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're just dicks.
As I found out yesterday,
Oh,
See?
yeah. Get a bit close.
Picking on poor Oli.
Yeah, they get a bit close to just.
I was trying to collect some eggs because they have chickens in there with the goats.
What happened to the chickens that hatched? No, ducks that hatched chicken eggs, or chicken that hatched duck eggs?
The chicken that hatched duck eggs,
Yeah.
they are fully grown now.
So
Are they following the
Are
chicken
they baby
around?
ducks?
Yes.
Following a chicken mum.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Wow, that is cool. Yeah.
So my job.
Do they know to quack, or do they try and do the other
That's what
ones?
I asked.
No,
last
they
time,
quack.
yeah.
They quack. So my job every
That's
day
a little
is
disappointing, I'm not going to lie.
That is, yeah. How that must be the quack sound.
When she's like, "Buck-buck," like, "Where?"
That's what, yeah, I was desperately hoping, because you told us about this last time, and I was
Yeah.
hoping by the time you came back they'd be clucking. They'd be tickly,
Bobbing their head and stuff.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
No, but my job every day is when I get to work in the morning, I have a quick cup of tea and then go and take the ducks from the chicken and put them out together.
Teach them some duck.
stuff.
Oh, and you've got to put them in with the older ducks,
Yeah,
have you?
yeah.
To give them some duckness.
He's
Yeah.
reduckinating them.
Yeah.
Reduckinating them into the
Love
wild.
it.
Yeah. Reduckinating them into the
Love it.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
really
good
cool.
job there, Ollie.
Yeah.
it's
So
good.
what were you saying about the goats? So the goats, they were getting a bit defensive, were they?
They were, yeah. I couldn't get out the pen for 20 minutes because the daddy goat was guarding the gate. So I was like, I got my radio out and I went, management,
The goat's being a dick again.
can I have someone to help? And Pip comes running out and she goes, oh, for God's sake, not again.
Well, you're always getting pinned down by that daddy goat. It's always
Yeah.
stopping you from going in there.
Yeah.
Fucking maybe Kev's right.
So is it just as in a proper working farm, or is it a farm done so that you can all learn how to
So
animal
it's
husbandry?
a farm for people with disabilities. So we all learn sort of the basics and then sort of...
We go there every
So
year.
goats are dicks.
Goats
Yeah.
are dicks.
Do not cluck,
Horses-
sadly.
Horse has a huge chopper. The ducks quack like ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's incredible. It's a Lord of the Rings themed farm.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not to get your attention. Yeah, we've been going there sort of twice a year for the last few years. Me and Misha have taken Leo up there. You should come with Harper. It's fucking
Yeah.
wicked.
So is everything named appropriately?
Yeah. So we have...
I would assume that the goat that's a dick is called Gimli.
Oh, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
Big beard and all that.
He's
Oh, yeah.
called Timmy.
Oh, opportunity
yeah.
missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've got all the themed
I bet he's not
areas.
just called that. Fucking leave me alone is what he's called regularly.
yeah.
It's isn't it? It's Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
theme. That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So when I first went there, my day was spent mostly learning about Lord of the Rings because I had no idea.
Oh.
And my manager was like, "Take these 3 Lord of the Rings DVDs home, watch them."
Oh, what a treat.
Change your
I was
life.
like, whoa.
Yeah. Did you watch him?
Yeah,
What do you think?
So they're the best Sunday films ever.
they're better than better than Harry.
You were about to say boobies, weren't you?
No.
Oh, Harry Potter, right? Yeah, yeah.
They're definitely
yeah.
better than boobies.
Yeah, they're better than boobies.
Yeah,
Definitely better than boobies.
No, definitely. I'd say slightly better than Harry Potter.
Ooh, bold claim.
Yeah. Good shout. Yeah, it's incredible, aren't they? They're
Yeah.
just incredible films. So then you understood the lore of
Yeah,
the...
and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, they're invested. Yeah, wicked. That's good, mate.
Don't
Um,
watch the TV series.
No.
Oh, what?
You're the only
I can
person though.
Yeah, I can.
And even you haven't convinced
myself.
me.
No, I don't really convince myself, but I can separate myself enough.
To
Yeah.
To just enjoy the beautiful cinematography. It's
Oh, it's
staggeringly beautiful.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. So, boys, listen. Is there anything else anyone wanted to say before we called it a day? Just a nice short little catch up.
Thank you for having me on again.
Oh, mate, it's fine. You can come back any time, mate.
Thanks for teaching me about ducks.
You're welcome.
I know
Yeah,
goats
yeah.
are dicks.
Goats
And I know horses
have huge
are
choppers.
just woefully overdone.
Yeah.
Woefully over-endowed.
It's just not necessary.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Save
What
some
are you
for the
trying to
rest of us.
do? With impregnate it or kill it?
Okay, well, listen, boys. This is just a short episode because I want to talk to Oli again. I want to get something done. Kev hasn't been on for a minute, so the last episode we did together was the Ben episode.
Mm.
The response to that has been incredible. We spoke to a guy called Ben Horn on this podcast,
Okay.
and Ben suffered some very, very severe physical trauma,
Yeah.
and he was very bravely talking about it.
Mm.
And the response to that has been, in terms of
I mean, that
positive
would give
responses.
anyone who'd had anything done to them where they feel like their life won't be the same again afterwards.
Mm.
That would give them any form of hope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. He's a very inspirational dude. So
Mm.
yeah.
I'll have to watch that.
It's,
Oh, it's a
it's,
good
Yeah.
one, mate. It's a bit
it's very
shocking.
moving because he's a very quiet
Yeah.
chap, and he really kind of understated it. Oh yeah, well, I just had this
Oh,
bit.
my nose is a bit off.
Yeah, so I had this bit of skin flapped over it. Like literally, there's a massive triangle missing from his
God.
head where they've had to cut it,
Whoa.
pull it over, and stitch it. And he's like, "Well, there's a bit of a thing there." And you like the picture that you've then edited in. You're like, "Oh yeah, a bit of a thing, Ben."
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It was very
Yeah.
matter of fact about it,
Yeah.
but I suppose it's because it's been his reality for
Yeah.
wasn't it like 5 years, 6 years, something? Was it like pre-COVID? Yeah.
Gosh.
But yeah, good, really good. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me around the table. I really, really appreciate it.
You're
Ollie, where
welcome.
can people find you on the interwebs?
Ooh, so you can find me on Facebook at Oliver Sticks Downton.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me on YouTube at Impurist Oli.
Oh,
Instagram, same. Twitch, Purist Oli.
Nice.
That's it. Yeah.
Some very
that's
catchy names here. You're very cool. Ollie.
Yeah, he's got the brand down.
Yeah.
He's like the Rock of the Williams syndrome world.
I had
My man's got this brand down. He knows what people like. He knows what they want to see.
I had someone help me with the branding.
It looks good. It's good.
Yeah.
As long as you don't pay him, mate, it's all good.
Yeah, as long as it's free.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah. Kev, good to see you, bud.
And you, buddy.
And listener, if you could please go to Spotify, click the follow button, leave us a review, a 5-star review, preferably. We've got 105 now at 4.9, and that 0.01 is killing me. I would
Yeah,
like that
forget
good-
it.
I'll do it when I get home.
Oh, that'd be nice, mate. Yeah, thanks,
Yeah,
bud. I appreciate
you're
that.
welcome.
So, listener, thank you very much. If you could do those things for us, we'd really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this episode, then reach out to us on Instagram, on social media, The Steve Kayla Show. That's where you can find all of us. So, thank you very much. We appreciate it, and we'll see you later on. Ciao, ciao, ciao.
Tutty bye. And for
Bye.
anyone buying a house in the near future, winter's coming, obviously. You might need some new windows and doors. Where would they find them, Steve?
Well, you're right, Kev. Let me tell you exactly where you're going to find them. Joe, Kev, I don't want to say goodbye to the audience just yet. I've got a message for them. Audience, if you're buying a house this winter, you might want to consider getting some new windows and doors. And if that's the case, the place you want to go is Graham's windowsanddoors.co.uk, Yeovil's finest purveyor of windows, doors and conservatories. That's Graham's Windows and Doors at grahamswindowsanddoors.co.uk. And now, on with the end.
Hiya, you're right. Hi, everyone.